Hello, this recording is going to show you a quick, simple way to use the Microsoft Excel program to create a bar graph. You might use this in math class or science class, or really any project where you have to display some information in graph form. I already started the graph by entering some data into my spreadsheet. This graph that I'm creating is going to show the choices that kids in my classroom have made about their favorite pets. So the choices I'm going to give them are dogs, cats, fish, birds, reptiles. I'm going to add one more choice, goats. And then in the next column here, I'm going to enter the kids' responses. So for this, I'm going to put in a 10. 10 kids decided they like dogs best. 5 went with cats. We'll say that 2 chose fish. 3 chose birds. 7 chose reptiles. And then 9 people chose goats as their favorite animal. So there's the data for my graph. Now I'm just going to highlight the cells. Let the computer know which cells I want to graph. So I'm highlighting those cells, clicking and dragging over them. And then up in the toolbar, you have a button called Chart Wizard. I'm simply going to click on that Chart Wizard button. Looks like a bar graph actually. And there are 4 quick steps. First step is to choose the type of graph you want. For now, we're just going to stick with the column graph, but later on, if you want to go back and see the different graph types, you can play around with any of those. So I'm going to the column graph. Here it shows me how my graph might look. I'm just going to stick with your basic one for now, and I'm going to hit next. Here you can see the graph is already being formed. The data range, I don't need to change that. The series is in a column here. I'm just going to leave that the same and click next. After that, you are going to be adding your titles and your labels. So the chart title is going to be Classroom Favorite Pets. So I just type that in. And as I type it in, you can see in the preview window it shows my title. Looks good. So I'm going to keep going. The x-axis is the bottom label down here, and for that I'm going to just put animal choices. That would be a good label for that. And over here, these numbers actually represent kids. So I can write kids. I could say kids votes if I wanted to say that. And then that label is going to go over here. Okay, the graph is just about done. All I have to do now is click next. And here you decide how you want to display the graph. You can display it as an object. That means that it's going to just show up right here inside this spreadsheet. Or you could create it as a new sheet so it's all by itself. So if you want just the graph all by itself, you're going to click as a new sheet. And then you're going to click finish. When you click finish, the bar graph should pop up on my screen here in just a second, and then it's going to be ready for printing. So here's my graph. You can't see the whole thing in the window, but it looks pretty good. There's my title, my labels. Bars look like they're done professionally rather than just using graph paper and a crayon. So if you do get an assignment, math class, science class, you need to make a graph, think about the Microsoft Excel program, and you'll be able to create a nice looking graph. For this assignment purposes, you're going to just pick a topic. You are going to poll your class, and then go ahead and make your graph. Print it out and turn it into me. Alright, good luck. Have fun playing around with the graph program, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.